Continue pushing forward. Remain silent. Maintain a focused mindset. Maintain growth. Before proceeding, consider the next step. Remember this. Not everyone will comprehend your quiet. Some may dispute it. Some may judge it. Some will attempt to break it. However, you are not seeking universal understanding. Your purpose is to become your true self. And the voyage requires distance. It demands discipline. This means letting go, even when it's difficult, even if it hurts, even if no one else understands why, because growth isn't always evident. Sometimes things happen softly. You make decisions on your own. You fight internal wars. Choose peace before pride. This is where genuine change occurs. Silence is quite powerful because others are busy reacting. You're evolving. While others seek attention, you are building yourself. Others are losing control. You are gaining mastery. And with time, the distinction becomes crucial. You grow calmer, stronger, wiser, not because life became easier, but because you improved strategic decision-making, improved energy-saving capabilities. Better to go away without looking back. Once you achieve that level, there is no noise that could disrupt your peace. No viewpoint can undermine your confidence. There is no situation that can govern one's emotions. You no longer react to life. You are the one directing it. That's the power of silence. So as you move forward, move with intention. Speak with purpose. Maintain discipline. Maintain silence during critical situations. Because of your silence is not empty. It's full of strength. It is quite clear. It is full of power. The more you respect it, the more unstoppable you become. Don't break quiet for transient emotions. Don't sacrifice your peace for temporary satisfaction. Don't return to what you've outgrown. Continue pushing forward. Keep choosing yourself. Continue to grow and evolve. Because you can have anything you want in life. This requires a specific version of you. Who knows when to be silent? And sometimes, everything will make sense. The distance, the silence, the individuals you had to let go of, you'll glance back, realize that it was never a loss. It was alignment. Leaving someone behind creates a place for someone better. Every environment you've left behind brought you closer to your purpose. Each moment of silence strengthened you and the person you're becoming. Is there someone your past self needs? Stronger, wiser, increased focus, not easily distracted, not easily broken, not readily controlled. This was not an accident. You made a different choice, which led to this outcome. You choose serenity over pandemonium. You prioritized growth over comfort. You chose silence over reaction. Again and again and again. The majority of people will never grasp this. They'll notice your results, but not your discipline. They will notice your tranquility, but not your battles. They will witness your success, but not your sacrifices, because of the genuine effort finished silently. When no one was watching, when no one clapped, when no one knew, that is where you built yourself, and that is why nobody can take it away from you. Please do not rush the process. Avoid breaking your discipline. Avoid returning to your former self because of what you're currently creating your ideal existence. And it all began with a simple decision to remain silent, to walk away, to pick yourself. So, keep going, even if it feels lonely, even if it feels slow, even if it feels unsure, because you are not lost, you are changing, and take each stride in quiet. This is a step toward achieving your top level, so trust the process. Be confident in your personal development. Trust yourself because of who you are becoming. It is worth what you're leaving behind. And once you completely grasp this, something powerful occurs. You no longer need to prove yourself. You no longer require external validation. Stop relying on others to hear you. You know who you are, and the confidence does not originate from noise. It originates from quiet. You have consistently prioritized discipline over distractions. From the start, you chose peace above pride. You walked away, even though it hurt. That's where your strength originated. Quietly? This is why it's unshakable. Anything built in quiet, highly durable, and while you continue your adventure, you will notice something else. You outgrow things. The people, places, habits. Not because you're superior to others, but you are no longer the same. You have evolved. Growth requires change. It's important to let go of things that don't fit your new identity, even if it previously meant the world to you. And that's fine, because you are not here to stay the same. You are here to become something, to rise, to expand, to convert, and the transformation, not always understandable, but it's always worth it. Because in the end, you are not creating a life for approval. You are creating a life for yourself. A life of tranquility, a life with clarity, a life with purpose. And the basis of such life is discipline, is self-respect, is silent. Keep protecting your energy, maintain personal boundaries, continue to choose growth, even if it feels uncomfortable. Because each time you do, you transform into a better version of yourself. A version without chasing, a version without begging, a variant that does not break under pressure. A powerful version even in stillness. And sometimes you won't recognize your former self, not because you forgot, but you've outgrown that version entirely. And in that moment, you will comprehend everything. Why did that happen? Why it needed to end? Explain why you had to go away. Because it brought you here. To this version of yourself that's calm, that's focused, that's powerful. So trust your journey, protect your peace. Never forget this. Silence is not the absence of power. It is the presence of it. And in the end, you realize something most people never do. Peace is not found in people. It's found within you, not in their validation, not in their approval, not in their presence, but in your ability to walk away from what disturbs you, without noise, without explanation, without regret. Because the strongest version of you is not the one who reacts to everything. It's the one who chooses carefully. What deserves a reaction at all? And once you understand that, life becomes different. You stop taking everything personally. You stop chasing what runs from you. You stop holding on to what's meant to leave. You become still. And in that stillness, you become powerful. Because clarity lives in silence. Focus grows in silence. Discipline is built in silence. And success is created in silence. So while others are busy talking, arguing, proving, competing, you're building quietly. And one day, that quiet work will speak louder than anything you could ever say. Because results don't need explanation. Growth doesn't need validation. And real power doesn't need to announce itself. So from this moment forward, move differently. Protect your energy like your life depends on it. Guard your peace like it's your greatest asset. And never forget who you are becoming. Because you are not the same person anymore. You are stronger. You are wiser. You are more in control. And everything you went through was preparing you for this level. A level where you don't react. You respond with silence. A level where you don't chase. You attract. A level where you don't break. You rise. So stay focused. Stay disciplined. Stay silent when necessary. Because your future is being built right now. In the choices you make. In the energy you protect. In the standards you refuse to lower. And if no one tells you this today, let me tell you now, you are on the right path. Keep going. Keep growing. Keep choosing yourself. Because the life you want is waiting for the version of you who fully understands the power of silence. So when the noise gets loud, when people expect a reaction, when emotions try to take control, pause, breathe, and remember who you are becoming. You are not here to react to everything. You are not here to prove anything. You are not here to carry what was never yours. You are here to grow, to protect your peace, to build your future, to become stronger quietly. So let them talk. Let them misunderstand you. Let them doubt you. While you stay focused. Stay disciplined. Stay silent. Because silence is not empty. It is preparation. It is elevation. It is transformation. And one day, the same silence people questioned will become the reason they respect you. Not because you said anything, but because of who you became. So trust it. Trust the quiet. Trust the process. Trust yourself. Because everything you're becoming is being built in silence. And there's something even deeper you need to understand. Silence doesn't just change your life. It changes your identity. Because the moment you stop reacting, you stop being controlled. You stop being pulled into every situation. You stop being affected by every opinion. You stop giving access to people who haven't earned it. And slowly, you begin to take your life back, piece by piece, thought by thought, decision by decision, until one day you realize something powerful. You are no longer the same person. The things that used to trigger you don't move you anymore. The people who used to control your emotions have no power over you anymore. The situations that once drained you, you start to understand something most people never will. Not everything deserves your attention. Not everything deserves your time. Not everything deserves your energy. And more importantly, not everything deserves a response, because silence is not just something you use anymore. It becomes your filter. A filter that protects your peace, not a filter that protects your focus, a filter that protects your future. You no longer react instantly. You pause, you observe, you decide. And sometimes you decide to say nothing at all, because you've learned that reacting is easy. But controlling yourself, that's power, that's discipline, that's mastery. And when you reach this level, you stop getting involved in things that don't matter. You stop arguing with people who don't listen. Stop explaining yourself to people who don't understand. Stop chasing outcomes you can't control. Instead, you focus on what truly matters: your growth, your mindset, your purpose, and that focus changes everything. Because where your attention goes, your life follows. And when your attention is protected, your life becomes powerful. You become intentional. Every move has purpose. Every word has weight. Every action has direction. And silence becomes your advantage, because while others are distracted, you are locked in. While others are reacting, you are evolving. While others are losing control, you are mastering yourself, and that difference creates distance. Distance exists between your former self and the person you are becoming, and who you are becoming. And that's not a negative thing, that's growth, because growth requires separation. Separation from old habits. Separation from toxic environments. Separation from people who don't align with your future. And the more you embrace that, the more your life transforms. You become harder to distract, harder to manipulate, harder to break. Your foundation is strong. Built in silence, strengthened in discipline, protected by awareness. And once you have that, you don't lose it easily, because it didn't come effortlessly. It came from choices, difficult choices: the choice to walk away, the choice to stay silent, the choice to choose yourself again and again. And that's what makes you different. You're not just reacting to life anymore. You're designing it with intention, with discipline, with purpose. So as you continue this journey, remember this: your silence is not your weakness, it is your strategy. Your peace is not accidental, it is earned. Your growth is not luck, it is built. And every time you choose silence over reaction, you reinforce that power, you strengthen that discipline, you elevate that version of yourself. So keep going, stay focused, stay intentional, stay silent when it matters, because everything you're becoming is on the other side of control. Starts with silence.